we're this and that. And so yeah, I'm about to make my video, but so yeah, they're just still just I don't even mean to. What I'm saying is when you lost, it still wanna and look, there he go. They're still on this weird shit where they're just I don't know, they're going crazy today, whatever. But like I said, I didn't post a video of the illegal Migo and his sons. Really what happened. That's what I was going to explain. So that I just show you the little video I made, then I'm gonna post it. What the hell is this about? Alright, so I came to the car wash just because they were fucking with me. I'll tell y'all later. But so then the legal Migos. So you can hear it, yeah, you hear the niggas next door. I mean, not next door. They're the fake laughing, the old, and one young nigga. Just because they were fucking with me. I'll tell y'all later. Really, all of them pull up after I did. Yeah, the nigga right there. Right there with his family. Because really, when I got there, it was empty, right? But now, all of a sudden, it's full of full as fuck. Because even though I went fast, really not because I just really didn't want to mess up. Not these shoes. I was trying not to mess because really I wasn't planning on washing my car. What happened was, matter of fact, that's how he just started. He coming back. That's why I came out here. They got him coming back, and you mean no, I didn't know. So, they still got. I don't know how they could put thoughts in your head. I'm dead serious. So that's why I was standing right here. That's why I even came out here. They wanted me, and so the dude, when I came out to do, because I was letting this phone right here charge, and then so when I finally said, and I ordered some products off of Amazon and whatever, I gotta go pick them up, and you see they're all coming back, and then somebody pushed their little button, and then I'm like, okay. So as soon as I came out again, they doing the same shit. Boop, boop. They pushed their button. So I opened the door. I open the gate. Let me see who the fuck this is. This little black dude. And the funny thing, when I start, I couldn't help it. I bust out laughing real because he got scared. He didn't even look, but you could tell by the way. No, I'm telling you, if you a real nigga like me, because he knew he heard the gate open and he knew what he was doing, right? And so he got scared. Basically, yeah, his legs shook. It did, I promise you. And we live for that type of shit. And so, yeah, it's probably his car, that Volkswagen, the nerd shit. And so it looks like he just watched it too, or either watched it yet. I wasn't gonna watch it. So what happened was I went shopping. And then, so they, again, they followed me when I got home. Da 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 da. They followed me and they did some little symbols. So then when I pulled up today, earlier, I pulled up after, at that point, as soon as I pulled up earlier, I was already about to leave again. Right. So I pull up, back up, and he comes out, just like he just walked. He comes out. He's locking the door and shit, like it's normal. So I said, okay, I left the door open and pull off again, put my groceries up, and I left and realized I was just riding. But since they kept following me, then they was tailgating me, and I rode through that same street I always go through the hood and shit. And some said, let me just bust a right and go to the car wash. So I went to, this it's one, you saw it, right? You just saw it. And so that's the funny thing. So, like I said, next year we'll see. If these motherfuckers still broke and still doing this gang stalker shit, like I'd say by July, 6 months in or something, or whatever, 4 months, April, May, June, July, 6, 7 months in, they still on this bum shit. That's what I'm saying. Right now, what it is, I think they got, they're hoping that witchcraft will work. And you see how everybody's making these videos about them. Like I said, the one last night, the Disney chick talked about she wish we don't have no peace and yada yada yada. And so, like with me, like with they was following me, and yeah, by the end of it, they ended up backing off. They did, So when I went to the car wash, and, I washed my car, and like I said, because they weren't expecting me, because I was supposed to be home. So what happened is because they kept fucking with me, following me. It's all right, you know what? I ain't even going home. I ain't had nothing to do, but so yeah, I bust the corner. And then some said go to the fucking car wash. And I went to the car wash, and like I said, at first wasn't nobody there. It was packed. I had to wait for 1 minute or like 2 minutes, and the dude in front of me, he moved. But they called all their people, so they all start. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you'll see it. Now all of a sudden they're talking. They're having conversation. Everybody else washing cars. They pull up with that family shit, black folk, and start talking to each other. And you know what I'm saying? I'm done because you can see I'm at the vacuum cleaner part. That mean I don't want, and I wasn't finna vacuum. Still go home though. And that's the illegal meal he pulled up. Not next. I'll tell y'all later. But so then the legal Migos. And you see, yeah, the one that pulled that's next to me. He like I said, somebody pulls up, look like two women, like older women, like in their 50s, 60s, right? Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now the women pull up this, hey baby, all that stuff. Like, why the fuck? I'd never in my life, I done been to plenty car washes like this over the years, over the decades. Over the decades, I can't count. I've never seen, people just pull up and start talking to like that's the meeting spot, right? Everybody you watch in your car, if it's three of y'all, but usually most people go by yourself. I've never seen people that go with their whole family. Why would you take y'all? I never see it. Like the dude behind me, he got his kids. It's two little boys. Nobody take your kids to go. No, see, because matter of fact, that spot right there, people got killed right there. I think last year, whatever. I know people that stay over there. I'm just saying. But so nobody brings their kid. In all these decades, I've never seen people with their kids. It's usually, grown-ups, usually men, but maybe every once in a while it might be a chick watching, but usually it's dudes by themselves. Everybody by themselves washing their car. Now all of a sudden it's a family thing. Yeah, there's these stupid ass Democrats. I mean, they're just stupid. They get mad when we call them stupid. And they keep, I don't know why but they got I guess they figure they got 2 months left till January. They got till January 20th. And I guess I don't know, maybe they think they're going to change our minds or something. These motherfuckers are just stupid. I mean, just stupid. It's just like, I think that they might end up going to prison next year. Seriously. Alright, so I came to the car wash just because they were fucking with me. I'll tell y'all later. Just like, the Democrat like this state got Democrat governor and a Democrat mayor, but I ain't seen nothing about her talking about or whatever. Talking about they gonna, you're gonna have to come through us to get the illegal Migos, like the Prisker in New Jersey. And it's like there's nothing they can do. The only thing they're saying is the local cops won't help. If you're the mayor of, whatever city in that sanctuary city, and you can't get in their way. All they can do is, well, the cops won't help. They got enough ICE agents. They're not gonna need their help. There's nothing they can do. They can't get in the way. They can't block and lock arms. They can't do, how to protest. No, you're official. You're a government official. You might be local government, city. There's nothing you can do. But so then the legal Migos, they pulled up behind me right there with his family. It's like, yeah, you still go home though. You know what I'm saying? Next month, not next month, January, back home. And so yeah, like I said, the illegal alien, he like yes he is. That's why he pulled up. That's why he pulled up right there. It's two little boys, and then yeah. So like I said, it was just dudes. But it took me, they had to hurry up if and send some people up there. Like this dude right here, if you see it, I think he was there the whole like him. You see, he just a regular nigga, right? He was there. He might be one of them, I don't know, but either way, he just a regular dude, right? He out, but this motherfucker that was next to me, yeah, I think I don't know because it looked like that was an Audi truck or something. I guess that was supposed to be. Yeah, he's a little chubby, effeminate dude, a puffy nigga. Yeah, he's a puffy nigga. Wasn't he probably on the puffy tapes? Yeah. And I'm like, nigga, I don't know why you pulling up next to me. And I'm playing my shit. I'm playing my shit. So yeah, it's like if them old ladies next, they mad about, hey, why are you here? Like I said, I never seen two old women at the at a car wash like this. Behind me, right there with his family, is like, yeah, right there. Go home though. You know what I'm saying? Next month, not next month, January, back home. They go, he got his kids with him. I was here about 30 minutes before he even pulled up. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, they go home. All right, so I came to.
You may be suffering from what's known as sleep paralysis. Simply try to breathe.
I was taken. Another one. Just like her poor daughter Julia was all the years ago.
Now, with all due respect, we don't know what.
Alright, so back to normal. And like I said, I was coming home, right? But they kept following me every time, and tailgating real close. So I said, all right, what, keep playing. I can go out and play too. I ain't got nothing to do today, you know. And really, I wasn't even gonna wash my car, but then some said, because they started being funny at that car wash, right? So that's why it is cheaper to go to these places, that I went to. It's cheaper to go there. It's like $5 for me. I ain't trying to, that car need a paint job and everything, so I ain't doing all that. I'm just keeping it clean, you know. Yeah, so yeah, it's all good. It's like shit. It take me like $3, or well, probably cost me about $6, to soak it and wash it and clean. But I got my rim cleaner, and I forgot to bring it with me. So I just pulled it out. That's that rim. I mean, yeah, this shit. I had this shit for years. It's been out, been out here. I forgot to bring it with me, but because I've been going to that place, that other. I'm like, oh, you know what? Fuck these niggas. I can just go here and wash it myself real quick. You know, cheaper. I mean, $20. They only charge 20 something bucks, but they trying to be funny with that. Like remember I made a video about a year ago. Like you're supposed to leave a tip and all that. It's like, see, y'all killing your business. All this is like if you don't think you're making enough money, you need to leave and find you another job. You're not gonna force people, to give you extra money. I didn't want to look at wait a minute. Let's see what this is about. It's two I had stopped watching this Steve Curley because I think he on their side, or at least whatever. But I don't know. Let's see what he's talking about. Cause see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was watching him before. Cause he get deep into this that globalist shit. You know, George Soros. That's probably why they put it. Didn't I bring up globalists like 2 days ago or a day ago?
Excited, Patriot Professor, here to
But this one
celebrate.
I gotta watch no matter what. Because supposedly George Soros, and you know what? If he's collapsing, that's something today said. That's why they got a little bit madder because I kept they're running out of money. Something told me they're running out of money. They're running out of money. They was following me today. They're not. They don't have the money to keep following me. To keep paying these people to follow me. I promise you. Something said that. I was gonna say that on video, right? Like these dudes, they're young, they're walking, they're teenagers. Look like they're about 14. You know. And really, I ain't seen that in years. That's what I was talking about. When I was that age, that's what we'd be doing. This time of year, it's Saturday, school is out. We'd be walking around. It's a high school right there. We'd be walking through the neighborhood, you know. But kids don't do that no more. They must be doing something like a fist. Oh, they're going there, I think. That's what I'm saying. It's like, that is just weird now to see kids, a group of boys that age, walking like that. You know, you wouldn't see this shit since the early 90s. I think but maybe they got a car. Maybe somebody they parked. But anyway, so some said, they're running out of money. That's why they're panicking, because the money is getting not just from the government. So this video, some 2 days ago, is confirming what I was thinking. George Soros. That's what I said it years ago. He's a billionaire, but you don't. Like Bill Gates, that was their, like whoever bought that building and opened this thing, it's a business venture. So you got to make your money back. You put your money up front. So the whole woke stuff, all the woke stuff, that was their initial fund. That was the money, the initial investment, right? And they wanted a big return. So they invested, like George Soros bought all those DAs, all that BLM. But think about what they would have got. They would have got America. And that means everything. Nobody talks about this. They would have got Fort Knox. If they would, the World Economic Forum, George Soros, Klaus, they would have got everything. So a couple of billion of your personal money to in turn you would have gained literally the whole world, not just the known world like centuries ago. Napoleon conquered the known world as far as they can conquer. Nowadays, you conquering everything. Every continent, every tribe, every city, every whatever is yours now. And they failed. We beat them. And these clowns still running around. But something told me they're running out of money. They're running out of fucking money. But let's see what this got to say.
With you, the rise of a new golden age that you made possible. And when I hear about a good solution to solving a bad habit that I know many deal with, I can't wait to share it with you. What if I told you that the guilt-free options and over a majority of Democrats rejected their more radical wing's policies? As it turns out, the big loser coming out of Tuesday wasn't just Kamala Harris, it was George Soros. Take a look at some of these stats. Radically progressive district attorneys backed by Soros lost 13 of last week's top 25 races across the nation, even in some of the deep.
But the fact that they didn't lose all of them, that's what I'm saying. Y'all people are crazy. Seriously. But anyway.
This blue stronghold. So, for example, the biggest prize of the night belonged to Republican turned independent Nathan Hopeman in the city of Los Angeles. He crushed their ultra-liberal Soros-backed DA George Gascon by a humiliating 23 points. Yes, you heard that right. Voters in LA voted for a law and order Republican for their DA, though he had to run as an independent because, well, they're so allergic to voting for Republicans. But no matter, their ultra-woke leftist DA is no more, and he lost by a thumping 23 points. San Francisco's tough on crime DA crushed her Soros-backed opponent 2-1. Now, this election was fascinating in San Francisco because you might remember back in June of 2022, San Francisco voters went to the polls and overwhelmingly voted in favor of recalling their ultra-woke prosecutor, Chesa Boudin, who was also bankrolled by Soros. Boudin implemented what he called restorative justice measures, which sought to end mass incarceration by finding alternatives to locking criminals up. Well, voters, even in woke San Francisco, didn't take too kindly to that effort, and they ended up recalling him by a massive margin. They put instead in place a staunch law and order DA by the name of Brooke Jenkins. She was challenged on Tuesday by a Soros-backed radical, and Jenkins crushed her on Tuesday in a landslide. So even in San Francisco, they've had enough. And even in California, you may have heard this, California's Proposition 36, which restored tough penalties for drugs and theft, and which Kamala, in her typical fashion, refused to answer how she voted on. That passed, gang, with 70% support. And that support obviously cut across the grain of partisan allegiances. More than half of Kamala Harris's voters back.
All right, so yeah, we see, and look at Soros, man, them nut sacks under his eyes. Now, this other old white man, they don't look like that. We done seen, something wrong with him. We done seen old white men before. Whatever, that shit.
They were scared they owed the IRS $50,000 in back taxes and couldn't pay. With the recent changes to tax code,
James Carville going on a podcast over the weekend and saying, we sucked. We really sucked because we had a really...
So just said you buy the car. You have no choice, and of course we bought the car. And I think it was on The View. How would...
I mean, yeah, we're tired. I mean, just all that stuff. That's just same old stuff. Carville. Is he? Now, I didn't know about this. I saw finally about 2 weeks ago. There was a dude, a black dude, going over there, and this shit got to be paid for. I don't think not just they do it with their social media money. No, they were not trolls. The whole thing is George Soros or whatever.
Somebody. So we'll go into the translations of those signs, how social media sites turn a blind eye to monetizing those unemployed behaviors, and why this is becoming such an issue that Japan had to make signs reminding people to have common decency, as the man that ran that TikTok has regular videos on YouTube where he sounds super reasonable, so it's confusing how he could be so short-sighted with his Japan antics, as his group of tourists went to Japan to basically use their country as a background for their mediocre dance moves. Now, I do understand that there's an entire genre of dancing.
This, see what I'm saying? That this lame ass, everything is puffy. It's serious. See what I'm saying? That's lame. See, everything is so fucking lame. A nigga would have been ashamed to do that decades. In our generation, when we was 20, ain't no way in hell you do it. I don't care if we had the internet. You're not doing some lame hoe shit like this.
In public that thrives on social media, where they can get millions of views for doing so. And I'm obviously not doing videos criticizing those girls, not because of double standards, but because while on the surface they're all dancing in public to feature real-time reactions to their performances, it's just that these girls did it to feature the dances, while those TikTok tourists seem to feature the discomfort. As look at his view count when he's dancing in New York City, or bothering people in their subways. It's not notable, so nobody cares to watch, which are terrible view counts for someone with nearly 2 million followers. But then he can get millions of views through nuisance content, as obviously everybody is uncomfortable with him, so he records, saves, and uploads this specific take to get the viewer engaged enough to watch the remaining 15 seconds of dancing. And his audience calls him out, saying this isn't New York City, begging him to just leave these people alone.
I mean, see, I ain't know about this because most of us don't pay attention. But that's what I'm talking about. You want to fuck that nigga up just because. It's not even he's embarrassing black folks. He's embarrassing Americans, all Americans. This shit right there, I want to hear it. And literally, it's like yeah, he don't want none. He really don't. It's like yeah, stay. I don't know. Go somewhere. You need, really. But anyway. He's like, don't even come back, but whatever.
Not all immigrants are the same. Not all of them are normal people coming here for a better life. Some of them are Abdul Yazidi. I love ice cream.
The bottom line, it don't matter if you're coming for a better life. That's what I'm saying. Stop talking that Democrat communist bullshit. Don't matter why you're coming. None of us get to go somewhere, even to a store, and just do it, get to the front of the line because we're coming for a better life. If you got a baby in diapers, a toddler, or a newborn, you don't get to jump in front of the line and steal diapers because you want a better life. You don't get to do none of that shit. So no, stop all this even debating about this shit and destroying. Don't destroy him. Don't even talk to him about this shit. That's the problem. You keep entertaining this shit and trying to make yourself look smart by even trying to talk to him. The smart thing, no, is no, there's no conversation. There's no humanity, empathy. No. Bottom line, cut that shit out. Now this one's just
This
funny.
really isn't even about transgender issues. This ad is really about misplaced priorities.
I just want to fast forward to the spot.
Far left liberal that she is and always was. We saw when she first came into the race, there was this whole rush to try to erase the history of Kamala Harris, who was rated literally the most liberal senator in the U.S. Senate in 2019. And by the way, that was taken off the internet. We know that many outlets came out and said she was never the border czar. And then ultimately, I wouldn't be surprised if she voted for Donald Trump because she had anonymous aides go out and leak that she was actually supporting his positions now, whether on the economy or the border or otherwise. So she really couldn't run from her words.
That's what the video about. Now, she didn't laugh like they tried. Like, that's what I thought. Like today, they tried to fake laugh at me. She laughed like any real man knows how she laughed. And this chick, they've been talking about her, Dana Bash. She's another dumbass shit, like Joy Reid or the women on The View. But this time, everybody. That's why he made the video. He know too. Automatically, she really laughed at Kamala. She really liked what he said. She can't help it. She fucked up. And, that's what I know for a fact. That's why, they get mad at me. And then, like, remember I told you, I'll be on a job and if there's females, they'll laugh for real or whatever. By the next 2 days, they don't even talk to me no more. They did something to them and they can't even talk to me no more. What? As a matter of fact, this was 3 days ago. Okay, but whatever. I'm pretty sure they didn't tuned her up for doing that.
Surprised if she voted for Donald Trump because she had anonymous aides go out and leak that she was actually supporting his positions now, whether on the economy or the border or otherwise.
She probably voted for Trump.
The history of Kamala Harris, who was rated literally the most liberal senator in the U.S. Senate in 2019. And by the way, that was taken off the internet. We know that many outlets came out and said she was never the border czar. And then ultimately, I wouldn't be surprised if she voted for Donald Trump because she had anonymous aides go out and leak that she was actually supporting his position.
She didn't laugh like when he said, I'm not surprised that she voted for Donald Trump, she didn't laugh like, oh, that's absurd. She laughed because she thought it was funny. Like, yeah, she snuck and voted. She know how funny that shit is. Like, yeah, that's what yeah, she's laughing for real.
Now, whether
Now
on the
look at her
economy or
face,
the
because look at
border,
her face. See how she put her head down and looking back up at him like, you so silly. Exactly. That's exactly. Anybody who, any of we didn't had shit like that in real life. It's almost like, are y'all in the same studio? Because you could have hit that. That yeah, you should have been hitting that night, right after that. What you doing later? That was guaranteed panties.
we know that many outlets came out and said she was never the border czar. And then ultimately, I wouldn't be surprised if she voted for Donald Trump because she had anonymous aides go out and leak that she was actually supporting his positions now, whether on the economy or the border or otherwise. So she really couldn't run from her words on that one when she was on many other issues.
Yeah, good job, James Blair. There's a good spokesman for a campaign and for an administration if that's a job he's looking for. Dana, again, you don't even believe any of this bullshit. I think you have a son, if I'm not mistaken. If one day you found out that at school your son was being taught that,
and that's what they keep telling the lie. Oh, they're gonna if you know. I think Whoopi said it too. If my daughter and she's gay, they're gonna. It's like no. What we're talking about is you force. And like I said, I thought about it as a kid. It's like every person should think about it. How uncomfortable that would be, because none of us thought of that. Now we don't know. Now for the people who you are, and like I said, I didn't known since before I even really knew what it was, because that's how it was back in my time. You knew. I'm talking about we're 4 or 5 years old. You knew who was gay. A little boy, 4 years old. You knew because they acted gay. They acted like the girls. And back then, they still could say something. The women, because this is the 70s. If I was 4, this is like 78. So the old women, and I remember they would say something. That boy's sweet. That boy's sweet. They could say something. The women, the mamas and the daddy, they get them. But they didn't do, nobody did nothing to them. They didn't whoop them and try to whoop the gay. Nothing. They're still your folks. We didn't stop playing with them. Nothing like that. If we didn't play, we just grew apart. That's all that is. Because we're climbing trees. Think about it. I'm 6'7". Yeah, literally. That's all I did. We used to climb trees. Even because in Queens, there's trees. The neighbor Queens look like this, New York. You can get on the train and bus in 20 minutes, be in Brooklyn, or 30 minutes. I don't know how long, or by car to get on the highways of Verrazano, whatever I remember as a kid. But bottom line, that's the New York with no trees and sidewalks. But we had, so. But either way, the point is, if I didn't hang with him no more, had nothing to do with, he's sweet or anything. It's just, if I'm doing this and getting dirty and in mud and climbing, we just do different things. That's all it was. And that's another thing. You can't force kids. Oh, you gotta hang it like. Now they're gonna be bored. Both of them, both sides, both of them gonna be bored because they're gonna have to try to find something that the adults think that both of them like, instead of both of them doing what they want on their own. And that's all, but everybody knows that. Everybody know they're lying. Oh, they're against this and that. They're phobes and trend. It's like no. And first of all, it's like no. Bottom line, just like anything, you gotta wait till you're 18 and you can make that decision and pay for it yourself. Just like anything. Well, I don't know. If you're 16, then I don't know. I'm thinking about, because it's like some kids buy a car with their own money and they 16 because they got a job, especially down south. You can get your license. So, but the surgery, that's expensive. So it's like, no, you gotta wait till you're 18. That's all that is. It ain't no, oh, this and that. And if the parent don't like it, the parent has a right not to like it. Sad to say, that's a fact. That is a fact. But if the kid that determined, it's just like a kid who's a criminal. No, I'm not saying they're criminals. Or kids, we seen kids who want to do something else and the parent want them to be something else, and I'm talking about career wise, and it's something we saw it, and the father, they won't talk to him for years, decades maybe, all because they went into another career field. So it ain't that serious. The person is like, just do you it if they not talking to you no more, it happens. It don't have to be because you're a guy, born a guy, want to be a girl. It could be anything. Like I said, we didn't seen it. It could be, especially kids with smart parents. They want you to be a doctor just like them, and you are smart enough. Your test scores, everything, but you just don't want to do it. Do something. We just seen that. Especially Asian kids. I didn't want to be a doctor. They tried to make me be a doctor. I don't even talk to them no more. Yada yada yada. So yeah, you gonna make it a whole national emergency, whatever. But excuse me, I gotta cook, man. I just ate my dinner, but and it's not. We're not being mean. We're saying it's not no national government need to change emergency. All that was bullshit. What the heck is?
Just too bad for Disney and Lucasfilm.
But so Susan, yeah, see, niggas. What you looking at me for? I live here, nigga. What the hell you looking here this way for? This like, he's supposed to be stretching. How the hell you gonna stop and look at me like I'm the one that ain't supposed to be here? See what I'm saying? These folks is crazy. But anyway, he sitting there with his tail light flashing this way. And it's like, yeah, and then he ain't even going inside. It's like, wait, how that's what I'm saying. See how I'm telling you, Democrats are crazy? And you see it live right here. You see the reason, if you go look, yeah, he pulled up and put his tail lights and had him just sitting there. And then you saw how he looked like he wanted to say something. That's what this new generation, man. See, in my day, we would. I'm talking. We some real niggas, right? We don't want it. We don't want no. Like, look, we in somebody's neighborhood. That's how you get fucked, go to prison or anything. But that's that BLM shit got these niggas thinking they gangsters. So it's like, he go, hey, you can't say nothing. It's like, no, nigga, I'm at my house. It just backfire. He looked at me like I'm supposed to. I can't come out my own gate. It's like these niggas crazy. But
Way to recoup said expensive. And it's just too bad for Disney and Lucasfilm.
So, he probably texted his people, his puppet masters. And like I said, you see how the big old parking lot, and he pulled right in the spot. They know when I come out here, where my chair gonna be. See, you can't see it, but so the light gonna be right where I'm at. Oh, he could have parked over there. He could have parked right there. He could have parked there. He ain't even go inside. So, they do this shit on purpose and then act like victims, But the funny thing, like I said, if you rewind this, the funny thing is when I open the gate, he looked like, like I'm not supposed to be here. Like, nigga, what you doing? You see what I'm saying? You see, low IQ Democrats. But see, they got brainwashed like that with that BL. We supposed to remember you saw the BLM videos for years. We can be here. We get you remember that they get to fighting with the cops and all types of shit. You see what I'm saying? He ain't even supposed to be there. See, he pulled up. They told them to see the whole thing was the harassment. They knew him out here making videos, and the only reason he even got out was because I got up. And you saw me start walking towards the gate. Well, I was already up, right? I was talking. Oh, then I'm like, oh, okay, this nigga ain't even figured out that. Okay, they still doing this shit. And then when I came close to the gate, just rewind it, you hear him open it, you hear the, and I knew it was him because there ain't no other cars. So this nigga just pulled up, act like he lost or something, get out, smoke a cigarette, whatever the fuck. He out there smoking. So you pull up here to smoke a cigarette. You just saw him pull up right here, back in. And then, like I said, when I open the gate, he gonna look like he got a problem. It's like, what you doing? No, nigga, this now in some hoods that used to be a thing way back in the day. Like it when the neighborhood was scared of the gangsters and the drug dealers. I mean, but I was young and I would have never, bullet nobody like that. Like that's what I'm saying. That's what I was talking about. I wouldn't have did no shit like that. It just ain't. It ain't karma. It's just ain't nothing. I ain't got nothing to prove. And then it is exactly. So he just pull up in a random parking lot, act like he got to call somebody. He's lost or something. Then just leave. Right? It's like these niggas. See what I'm saying? These niggas is crazy. I don't know what they emboldened. They really still think, and then it's over. They still think that they're. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they think. They're entitled to. That he even looked like I did. You saw it. The gate. Open the gate. This nigga looked like what that? No, niggas, no. And then I knew he wasn't even gonna go in. I knew he wasn't going in. Like you ain't even going. You ain't even belong on their property. You just pull up and you're not even going to that business right there, business establishment. You ain't even one of the nerds that going into the nerdery. You just pull up and they literally pull up. It's like, no, nigga, you crazy. These motherfuckers are really on drugs. I think they're on drugs. Like I said, I was sitting here and like you can see, and they know I'm sitting here. So that his masters told him to pull up in that parking spot and the light's gonna shine through here. But as usual, little coward, little bitch ass nigga, at first he act like I said, he heard the gate open, but he already knew I was coming to the gate. They must have told him I'm coming to, but maybe they thought I was just coming to look or something, like through here. I don't know what they thought. They stupid. So I opened the gate. And you saw it. This nigga turned around like, oh, what the fuck you turning around for? Like you gonna do something. You don't belong here. Because if you going in there, you going in there. Ain't nothing you can say. You can't, ain't nothing he can say. Ain't nothing the nigga that own it can say. Nobody can say anything. Ain't nothing he can say. Well, oh, my customers, they say that you blah, blah, blah. No. You tell your customers, I guess I'm like the grumpy old man. Get off my lawn. Nothing they could do. Nothing you can do. Just get out your car. Don't sit out. Or if you sit out there like you belong there, he could talk shit to you. Ain't nothing you can do. So just get out your car and come inside like you're supposed to. Why you sitting there hanging out in the parking lot like this the club or something? Like we like we used to do back in the day. Like this the new spot. The hell type of bus is this? A chartered bus. That's what I said. They got to be. I think they're on drugs. I had stopped thinking that, but now I'm starting to think they're on drugs again. But anyway, back to this guy. It's like, yeah, you really, all it is there's no need to have conversations with them. No, I never. Oh yeah, it says I saved it and was supposed to watch it from 2 weeks ago. What the hell is this man cashes settlement check? This niggas.
What if I told you that all of these trees are being cut down? This land clear cut?
And in custody, and thousands of dollars of cash strewn all over the street.
And it's all caught on camera. Fox 10's Mark Martinez breaks it down.
Glendale police dubbed it the Italian job.
There's money all over the street. We were making a right-hand turn. We see a fighting. Came up to a car accident and then fighting. The guy was, and I was like, you guys need to separate. And he's like, he stole $50,000 from me.
Surveillance cameras captured the moment two suspects swiped $50,000 from a man's car.
And when we got up to
How'd they know he had $50,000? You know, no, I don't even know why I clicked on it. But it's like, one, you got 50. You riding around with $50,000. Ain't that what the so he cashed the check for cash. How did they know he did it? Like they say, it's an inside job. Somebody at the bank, you know, somebody cousin worked there and told her, you know, usually it's a female, told you know, told her homies or her brother or boyfriend or whatever. And they followed this nigga, but
Me like an idiot, I didn't lock the car. He's like, hey dude, that car took off with something. He stole something out of your car, he said.
and then it's like, why did okay? If I know if I got like anything, I'm making sure my door locked in my car. I don't understand this. Whatever, they ain't even. But let's see what this. Well, for this stupid video, how leaders. I probably was gonna make a video about it. Because first of all, it's not control you, me, and most sane people. He need to explain it does control millions, but this was before the election. So obviously, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they've been rejected. All this, yeah, how leaders, nope. And so I was supposed to do it. It sounds like, because it says 2 weeks ago, but it looks like I saved it. So. And I didn't do the video about it whenever I must have saw it when it was new. But this was before the election. And so this proves, like, that's what I was going to say. That's why I saved it. It's like, no, that's propaganda too. Just like what they thought the celebrities and the government and Democrats, it's like, no, all that's bullshit. We just didn't know at first. And 2020, shenanigans. Election. Yeah, y'all stole that election. Whatever.
Why societies sometimes seem to lose their collective minds? Why seemingly rational people...
And like these people, like they said, that dude, when I say, that's what I say, they lost their fucking minds. But these people are just evil, and they're small. You saw how a smaller portion of society they was. The whole country turned against them. That's why it was a gigantic landslide. Because they're just concentrated in big cities like this. That's all it is. It like I said, someone like me, it might look like everybody's against you or on this side, but no, it's just because I'm here. But is against these motherfuckers. So it's like, and they're not brainwashed. They're just evil, and they know what they thought they were part of the, like that dude came on my video weeks ago. You're not welcome in the club. All that stupid shit. It's like, what fucking club, you lame ass bitch? There ain't no fucking club. The bitch nigga club, is that what you talking about? Nigga, don't nobody want to be in the bitch nigga puffy club, baby oil puffy club.
Embrace irrational beliefs in masses. These phenomena have puzzled thinkers and historians for centuries. This dangerous social phenomenon is called mass psychosis. But before we discuss this, consider this quote from the renowned psychologist Gustave Le Bon. The masses have never thirsted after truth. They turn aside from evidence that is not to their taste, preferring to deify error if error seduce them. Whoever can supply them with illusions is easily their master. Whoever attempts to destroy their illusions is always their victim. This sobering observation sets the stage for...
Now that part is true. They tried, but what it is, this is from centuries ago, I guess. Nowadays, they tried to make us the victim for trying to destroy, just like Trump, just like me. And all you doing is getting embarrassed, just like right now. Just like dude had to pull off. All you doing is getting embarrassed. It's like, yeah, 100 years ago, yeah, or 200, yeah, we probably would have been the victim because we didn't know no better. But now we got history, and we know better. There's nothing you can do. It's like, yeah, bro, you fucked up. Why are you pulling up right here in back of my house? It's like, I don't want to hear it. You know, like, you don't belong here. You know, you getting out smoking the city. Like, nah, bro, I don't know. This ain't where it's at. You need to go somewhere. Are you going inside that establishment right there? Yeah, it don't look like it. He did what he's supposed to do. Get the fuck up out of here.
Of how entire societies can descend into madness. You probably think that, surely, the greatest threats to civilization are natural disasters, diseases, or external conflicts. But what if I told you that, according to the famous psychologist Carl Jung, the greatest danger lies within our own minds? Jung argued that our inability to deal with the forces of our own psyche poses the most significant threat.
Let's see. Okay, I ain't gotta watch all this. I'm just telling y'all what it is. Think about a lot of things you learned in grade school, right? A lot of things I learned in the 80s, 40 years earlier was stuff scientists were just figuring out. And now we're learning it in grade school. 3rd grade, you're learning this and that. In the 1950s, to 30 years ago, rather, a fucking Yale graduate was the only type of people that can understand what now they're teaching 3rd graders, right? No, that's a fact, right? You know, it's just like they're teaching us, you know, concepts that only scientists understood in the 1950s and 40s. So it's the same with psychology. Somebody need to point that out. All this, you know, somebody trying to be smart. Oh, Carl Jung. It's like everything that he's going to say in that video, because of Carl Jung and putting that stuff out there, everybody knows. So we were taught, not just in school, your family taught, and back in my day. So you learned all this shit by the time you're in 1st grade. You know, how to behave, this and that, how to not get played, how to think for yourself. Like I said, one of the favorite things when I was a kid, I never had to get told, but I did have people in my family that had to get told because, you know, I do know people who, you know, followed the crowd and they was getting in trouble. Me, being younger, I learned from them, so I didn't follow the crowd. And maybe just naturally because I was naturally born a leader, seriously, it was. So I didn't, I learned from other people, but I could hear it, you know. And then you see it on TV too. They would say it on TV. If all your friends jumped off a bridge, would you do it too? You know, because, you know, in the movie or the TV show, they stayed out late. You know, it's a sitcom, 80s sitcom, and they snuck out, climbed out the window to go to a party, and, you know, they come back home and they get busted. But everybody went, and I asked, and you said I couldn't go. And he's like, yeah, because you're my child, and blah, 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 blah. I don't care what everybody else did. But mom or dad, you know, mom, I don't care, you know, as long as you're a mom. But everybody did it. Everybody was, you know, blah, blah, blah. If everybody jumped off a bridge, would you do it? You know what I'm saying? So all this, the control, that's bullshit. That's more of the bullshit. This was right before the election. It's like their last final push, trying to get as many people to think, oh yeah, they could. Yeah, I don't know what they thought. It is like everybody rejected all that shit. It's like, no. It's like, no. Nobody cares about Beyonce like that or any of it. You know, these fools, they brainwashed themselves and thought everybody else was brainwashed. Nobody is, you know, the government or leaders, air quotes, leaders, aren't controlling the masses. What I tried to explain earlier, that means if everybody's doing something or something's a big hit, like back in the day when you had real big hits, Michael Jackson, whatever, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, you know, or you know, the groups that were whole groups, you know, Earth, Wind and Fire or Hall and Oates, whatever, everybody liked them because they were genuinely talented. It wasn't that they controlled, like nowadays, these people ain't got no talent, this and that. And they thought they were controlling people. Like, yeah, these fools thought they really, you know, they really did. It's like, no, you're fooling yourselves. You know, if everybody bought Tupac album back in '95, you know, that era everybody, but millions, it's because we all liked it and we thought alike. Not because it was the opposite. It's not that they were controlling us. Back then, you had to cater to your crowd that you're trying to reach. Now they try to they try to put out bullshit and make people like it. And it's like, no, you're failing horribly. You got rejected. Like Matumbo, that shit out of here. Don't come through my house. No. He got rejected. That shit out of here. Don't you try that shit again. Stop. Like, no, don't try it no more. That shit out of here. You got rejected. All that bullshit, it don't work. And they still trying up to this day. Like, just cut it out. But hey, we got, like I said, y'all losers. We're the winners. I got energy. We can do this all day, you know, whatever. But I got to go cook. So, whatever. Yep. You know, some things, it's like we just not going to, y'all keep trying all you want. And you see how easy it is for me to beat you again today. Y'all tried it again. And I wasn't even thinking about beating y'all. It was like, I just wanted to go to the store and y'all just come out, just swarm and shit because I go buy some extra groceries. Not even extra. Yeah, my refrigerator damn near empty, you know, whatever. Hey, y'all motherfuckers, follow behind me and got embarrassed again. But hey, keep it up.